guys, what are we going to be talking about? Risk of Rain 2 lore, of course. What in specific? We're going to be going over the history of how the two brothers in the lore were, like, super best buds, and then they, like, started, like, trying to kill each other, because they're, like, evil. But, like, not really, though, you know? Alrighty, so here's a photograph of Mithrix, one of the brothers, and then this is a photograph of the other one named Providence. Fancy. These two were once free on a planet we know literally nothing about, until there was an incident involving black holes. Mithrix did not like worms. He threw some worms into the black holes, but Providence was like, hey man, not cool. They ended up fighting, falling in. After this, they awaken on a planet known as Petrichor 5, and discover their abilities to manipulate mass, design, soul, and blood. But, in turn, they developed an illness which made it so that they could not travel the stars, and if they were to leave the atmosphere, they would die. These two live in tandem with each other and the constructs they have created until Providence decides to introduce foreign endangered species to the planet in hopes of keeping them alive. Many eons later, these two are visited by another being of their kind, who is most likely the god of death also, for some reason, and this is where the divide between them begins. Mithrix is delighted to have found another member of his species and would like to find more. Mithrix discovers a way to create and use teleporters so that they do not die from their terminal illness when they try to explore. Providence, however, is still very worried about the fact that they were just visited by the god of death, and doesn't want her to murder all of the endangered species on the planet, and doesn't want Mithrix to fill out that request if she does come back. So, Mithrix decides, you know what, I'm gonna lock my brother up on the moon with a teleporter, and, like, leave him there to rot for, like, forever. And so he does that. So, Mithrix is, like, really mad, you know? He's, like, really mad, really angry about this, but, like, he can't do anything about it, so he doesn't do anything about it. He's just, like, up there, right? And Providence, being a little poopy butt, just, like, doesn't do anything. After a while, Mithrix realizes, hey, I can, like, build objects and, like, throw them back down on the planet, and, like, I can, like, make them with the purpose to, like, corrupt the wildlife down there. So, like, he does that. So Providence finds out about this, and he's like, oh, hey, that's not good. So, like, the moment Providence finds out about one of the local wildlife being in possession of one of these so-called lunar items, he just, like, goes down and, like, kills them, like, immediately, like, on sight, because, ooh, no, it's gonna be corrupted by my brother, ooh, no. And then none of this ends up mattering at the end of it all, because in the first and second game, these essentially gods are just wiped off the face of the planet by some random civilian, like just random dude. In the second game, after you kill Mithrix, he goes on, like, a whole monologue of, like, oh no, my brother's dead, I wanted to kill him. And it's like, what the hey man, not cool.